Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Education Roundup Middle East. It's January 20th, 2023, and I am Lisa Grace Wilson. Welcome to the Roundup. Remember, if you are tuning into the Roundup for the first time, or even if you're a returning viewer of the Education Roundup, please let me know where you're listening from or where you're watching from in the comments section below. The Education Roundup is brought to you by schoolfinder.ae. That's schoolfinder.ae. If you are a school in the UAE, please check out School Finder and update your school profile for free. Okay, on this roundup, remember, we do headlines, we do them quick, we do them sharp, in, out, but we also want to do them justice. So in the comments, every time we talk about a topic, something that we have seen in the news, I would like you to comment. I would like you to tell me what your thoughts are, because the roundup is not about me, it's about us. It's about us giving our views on the week's news and reviewing them. You know, we have an opinion, so why not share it? I want to say a thank you to everybody who you tune in every week. I'm so grateful for all of you. And also, I'm thankful for the 3,000, nearly 500, so they're nearly 3,500 subscribers of the Education Roundup newsletter on LinkedIn. Amazing, right? Like, to think that that many people get the newsletter and hopefully read it. Okay, the headlines this week. I think this one is coming from schoolfinder.ae. So I'll put this link in the newsletter. Bloom Academy, which is a new school in Dubai, relatively, yes, they've set a trend. So they're starting school at 9 o'clock. And based on this article, they're saying parents are loving it. It's better for work-life balance. It's better for the students' well-being. And I have a big opinion on this. Way to go, Bloom Academy. Like, I feel like you are doing something good. And the reason I'm saying that is my boys wake up at 5 in the morning for school. And they're out the door by 6:30, between 6:30 and 6:45. It's early, guys. It's really, really early. I don't know about you, but I think it's just too early. What are your thoughts on that? I feel like we could start school a little bit later. I don't think it's necessary to start school as early as we do in this region. And I applaud Bloom. So I'm going to link the actual story in the newsletter, but go check it out on schoolfinder.ae. I think, I'm not saying this school is better or this school is, I just think, to consider starting school later and to have that kind of flexibility in timing, I think it's smart. I think it's needed. I think a lot of parents would like that, because that early morning, whoo, child, it is not always pleasant, especially in the, like winter months that we have going on right now. It's, yeah, I'm not saying every school can start at 9, but we could tweak it a little bit so that we start a little bit later. What are your thoughts? School leaders, would that be of benefit? Do you think a later start helps the well-being of the students? Yeah, that's a good question. Do you think that it helps? What are your thoughts? I really want to hear your thoughts. And I'm going to include that story in the newsletter, obviously, because I think it is a good initiative. So way to go, Bloom. Okay. The next story is from EdSurge. Now, ChatGPT is on my timeline all day, every day. Like, I mean, if you're on LinkedIn or Twitter, you will see that whole ChatGPT it's taking over. New York has banned it already in its schools. Now, I don't know if that's the best reaction to ChatGPT, but that's what they've done. But in EdSurge, they're talking about how it could potentially reshape teaching materials and possibly substitute teach? Is it possible for ChatGPT to solve our cover crisis in schools? Now, that is a question I need you to ponder. Put it in the comments. Do you think ChatGPT can potentially help? If it doesn't solve the cover issue when people are absent and stuff, does it alleviate? Does it help? Can it be of any benefit? I'm looking forward to, we have a panel at the leadership conference, which I'll talk about in a while, where we're going to talk about tech disruptions, and we're going to talk about, potentially what those disruptions could mean for education. ChatGPT is something that I'm keeping a close eye on. I don't want to flood your timeline with it. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I think it's something that is worth considering. What are the potential benefits of ChatGPT? There's a big article coming out later on about it in the Teach Middle East Term 2 mag. So it's something to look at. Let's not run away from it. Let's not shy away from it. Let's make sure that we give it, the consideration it deserves, because believe me, it's not going anywhere. Next headline, in and out, quick and sharp. School leaders prepare for lockdown as strikes loom in the UK. Now, I don't know what's going on in the UK, and I always try to include, even though this is the Middle East Roundup, we are so intertwined with, international news happenings globally. And the UK obviously is dear to my heart. It's where I call home, apart from Jamaica, of course, that. But it is interesting to see what's going on now with strikes, from nurses to train drivers to bus drivers, and now teachers and many more public sector workers are looking to take strike action. And so for me, I don't know what this will turn out to be. And I'm going to watch the story. I'm just going to watch to see what happens. This is in the test, I think, and I will link it also in our newsletter this week. Okay, 7 minutes and 40 seconds. We're doing well. Upcoming events. There are a couple of events coming up, but the one I want to highlight is the one I highlighted last week, which is our event, the Middle East School Leadership Conference. I just got confirmation today of something super cool. We have a speaker coming in directly from, should I tell you or should I wait till next week? Should I tease you? Type yes in the comments if I should tell you. Or do you want to wait until next week? I'm just going to be a tease. No? Okay. I'll tell you. We have a speaker coming to deliver a workshop directly from LinkedIn. Yes, I pulled my stops out. And so that person is coming directly from LinkedIn. You know how much I enjoy interacting with educators on LinkedIn. It's probably my go-to place, really. And so they're coming in to talk to the school leaders about how to use LinkedIn to develop their network, grow their influence, and to become a thought leader. So that's a workshop that's going to be happening. If you want to be a part, you have to register for School Leaders ME for the Middle East School Leadership Conference at schoolleadersme.com. So get registered. Don't delay. Lots of people are registering. So I'm very, very pleased with that, actually. So I'm so looking forward to 2 days of learning, networking, and growing with all of you. Have you been listening to the Teach Middle East podcast? I had the pleasure of speaking to Cam Chauhan from ECIS, and Cam and I chatted about promoting DEIJ in international schools. You have to go and check it out. You have to go listen to it. It's on all your podcast platforms, all your major podcast platforms. It is a really good one. Do I say that about all of them? No, but the truth is, like, they're really good. And this is a really good conversation, one that we cannot avoid. Diversity, equity, inclusion, and justice in international schools. Very, very necessary. And I've done it. I'm at the 10-minute mark. Connect with me, guys. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Twitter at Lisa Grace. It will be my pleasure. I try to answer everybody. I try to answer as many comments as I can, but I also would love to have, inbox conversations with you about what you think I should cover in the roundup, anything I can improve. I'm very open to suggestions that are constructive, that will help me to grow as an educator and also as someone who is into sharing and connecting. So thank you very much. It's Friday. Thank you for tuning in. And every time I end this roundup, I always try to end with some encouragement. And my encouragement for you today is to make sure to rest. Rest is important. As much as we love to work, as much as we love to give of ourselves, it is important to fill our cups. And a good way to fill your cup is to rest. Thank you and have a restful weekend.